Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Insider Financial Talks Penny Stocks. My name is Alex Carlson. I will be your host today. I'm the editor-in-chief of InsiderFinancial.com, and today we're going to be discussing AGRI, CXDC, DWAC, GBHL, MYSZ, PHUN, and SHIB, the crypto. But before we get into that, we have a few housekeeping issues to go over. We have no business relationship with any company whose stock is mentioned in this video. Insider Financial and myself are not investment advisors, and this video does not provide investment advice. Always do your own research, make your own investment decisions, or consult with your nearest financial advisor. This video is not a solicitation or recommendation to buy, sell, or hold securities. This video is our opinion and is meant for informational and educational purposes only and does not provide investment advice. For more information, please read our full disclaimer at insiderfinancial.com/disclaimer. With that out of the way, remember to smash the thumbs up button if you like this video. Also hit the red subscribe button and a little notification bell to be notified when we go live with a new video. Also go over to signup.insiderfinancial.com. This is where subscribers get first look at stocks recovering. Stocks like ENZC at 0.014, ABML at 7 cents, ALPP at 7.5 cents, and HMBL at 0.027. And if you click on the symbol or the percentage gain, it will take you to our original profile, which is date and time stamped on insiderfinancial.com. And you can see we first started talking about TSNP, which became Humble, on November 13th, 2020. After you sign up with your email, you can then sign up with your mobile number. It works for all numbers worldwide. Simply enter your country code first, followed by your number. For US and Canada, be 1 plus area code and number. Never begin the format with 00. It will not work. And text messages are the fastest way to get our alerts. Many times we will do a text-only alert if something hot comes across our desk. And the best part is that both our email and text messaging service are free. We do not run any paid subscription service whatsoever. With that out of the way, let's dive in here, folks. Topic to start off with is none other than Alex DeLarge. This is looming large over the OTC, and it has really, it's shaken investor confidence. Sentiment is really poor this week. Nothing is running. Things are not bottoming out. I went through the charts. The charts look absolutely horrible. And this is happening both on the OTC and the NASDAQ penny stocks. I mean, AGRI, ran to 7, closed at 3. CXDC, hit a high of $1.72, closed at 93 cents. DWAC was a big, mover that I missed last week. Thankfully, I didn't touch it. It's just been, painful. VWAP, everyone's in at higher prices and hoping for a bounce. GBHL, another one. It was another Trump sympathy play, gotten crushed. MYSZ, this was another one, hit $3 2 days ago. It's at $1.25. PHUN, another Trump sympathy play, hit 24. It's 478. The only one holding up is SHIB, SHIB. This is where people are making money this week. Guys, I tell people, in this day and age, you really have to trade all markets, crypto, OTC, NASDAQ pennies. Don't say I'm just an OTC trader, because if you're an OTC this week, you're not making money. No one is. If you're holding water and staying, about the break even, you're doing well this week. As it's just, it's been a tough week. This whole mess with, Alexander DeLarge. These are the new boiler room tactics. It shouldn't come as a surprise. Back in May 18th, the Financial Times had an article, and they talked about him specifically and what's going on. on social media. You know, basically it started off alert, shouted a Twitter post on February 3rd by a user called Alex DeLarge, whose profile picture is a sociopathic protagonist with a similar name from a Clockwork Orange. And you know, we followed Alex. He followed us. He talked about a lot of penny stocks. You know, on a given daily basis, he probably talked 20, 30 stocks. His alerts, we never participated in. We never exchanged messages with him. Never talked to him. We were never in any group chats with him. You know, when he was doing SCIE and MEDH, I mean, these were, you know, huge red flags to us, you know, that something wasn't right. I mean, SCIE, I mean, this is defunct, delinquent, and, you know, this was one that, you know, he loaded up on and, you know, tweeted out and, you know, scalped, made some money. And, you know, this is really the one that you know, got him caught. Had he not done SCI, which was later suspended by the SEC, he might continue, you know, doing what he's doing today, what he was doing. And, you know, that's a fact. So, you know, this, what's going on, you know, pump and dumps, it's been going on forever. It's going on today. It will continue to go on, folks. You know, it's just, it's something that goes on on the OTC. It's happening on the NASDAQ. It's happening in crypto. You know, the only advice I can give you is to avoid FOMO, you know, the fear of missing out. Do your own research. You know, and you know, like a site like ours, insiderfinancial.com, you know, we will discuss, you know, a guy like Alexander DeLarge or, you know, Atlas Trading, Stan the Man, you know, a lot of these other big Twitter, you know, and social media personalities, because they do move stocks. You know, you can go to, you know, OTCmarkets.com. You can go to, you know, look at what's happening on, you know, on a NASDAQ penny. But if you don't understand the sentiment and understand, you know, who is behind, you know, some of this chatter, you know, you're missing the big picture. You know, the filings, the news, you know, that tells you only one part of the story. You know, the other part is, you know, the social media chatter, what's on, you know, on Reddit, Wall Street Bets Crowd, the subreddits, Stock Twits, Twitter, iHub, Investors Hangout. I mean, there's a lot of social media, you know, places. Then, you know, you got all the free Discord rooms, and, you know, it's it's not illegal, and I'll tell you why, because it's freedom of speech. People are allowed to discuss what they own or what they think. Where it is illegal is false statements, you know, outright blatant lies. You know, I'm buying, I didn't sell a single share. Meanwhile, you blew out your entire position. I mean, that's what, you know, Alex was doing. And, you know, I went through the complaint and you know, read through, you know, the circumstances and the details behind what he was doing, because I wanted to see, well, okay, well, what's, you know, I'm a journalist. I want to know the facts. And, you know, he was buying, you know, giving an example, TSNP, he bought millions of shares at 0.0017, and he sold them at 0.0022. I mean, you know, it says he netted 3.3 million from, you know, these scalping trades. You know, he had millions of shares of TSNP. If he had just bought and held it, he would have made, you know, tens of millions of dollars from TSNP, you know, which then became Humble. It just shocked me that his focus was strictly on scalping, you know, because, you know, he's been in a lot of the big runners, and you know, and that's what, you know, people knew him from, because he was tweeting about TSMP, ENZC, ALPP, and these were all big runners. We found them for our subscribers, and people made a shit ton of money. And so then it was just, why didn't he stay in? It just shocked me when I read that fact. And it just focused on scalping. Basically it would be, he would front load, buy millions of shares, and then he would then go on Twitter and say, okay, alert, alert, alert. And then, the price would go up and he would sell into it, which is illegal. That's what he's got arrested for. And that's, the reason he's in trouble. And, to understand the power that, social media has is just, him as one example. He's got 70,000 followers. Okay, if 1% acts on his alert, that's 700 followers. If each one buys $1,000 worth of stock, that's 700 grand. Worst case, $500, that's 350 grand. On these illiquid, small, OTC stocks, that moves the price. And, he wasn't buying millions of dollars worth of stock. He was a scalper. So he'd buy $40,000, $50,000 worth of stock. He'd pop it 30%, make 15, 20 grand, and call it a day. And that's what he was doing over and over and over again. And, it's just a guy that, he was really, you could say, good at Twitter, in the sense that he built such a big following, but he really wasn't that great of a trader, because, he didn't understand, where these stocks could go, about getting in before the crowd, playing the long game. If he was willing to do that, he would not be in any trouble, and he'd have a ton of money right now. I mean, the money that he made, he's going to lose it all to the SEC, to lawyers, and then he's going to lose, his freedom. And, I know for some of you that are, bag holding in some of his alerts, you say it's karma, and I really believe in karma, and karma does come around. But I also want you to have good karma, in the sense that, pray for him and his family. I mean, no one wants to see anyone go to jail. It's not right what he did. But I really want FinTwit to be a good community, non-toxic. We were to support each other. I hate this nonsense that's going on with the pump and dumps, and it's continuing. I mean, AGRI, this is just yesterday. CXDC, MYSZ, SZ. I mean, all these are happening, and people are getting bag hold in these, and it's strictly from FOMO. I cannot stress this enough. Do not go chasing these plays that you come across on social media. Because there's a good chance that someone's already in and they're going to sell into you. So please stop with the FOMO. You have to develop your system, do your own research, make your own investment decisions, and figure out what works for you. Remember, cash is a position, and doing nothing is perfectly fine. You don't have to do anything in these markets. And right now, the way these markets are trading, the best play is no play, is to not do anything. I mean, that's not how we're acting. I mean, we still think there's opportunities, and, we're going to keep doing what we do. Finding stocks for our subscribers, finding, things that we think are going to turn or, really run when this market turns. And when this market turns, it's going to be very, very sharp, and it's going to be a, tear the cover off the ball type of rally. Because, the market makers have been depressing a lot of these prices. A lot of weak hands have been getting out. All of a sudden, new money starts coming in and people start putting money to work. I mean, these low floats, these good quality plays are going to run. The whole 15C211 and in terms of the file, the SEC rule that went into effect the end of September, we encourage that. That is one of the best things to happen to the OTC, because then these companies are filing, they're current. You don't have to deal with these SCIE BS and, players like, Alexander DeLarge loading up on these stop signs, or, these buyer beware stocks, and people getting bag hold in them. It's, the OTC is cleaning up, and, by Alex getting arrested, that's also another step in it getting cleaned up. And, this is a shot across the bow to a lot of other players that are doing similar things and haven't gotten caught yet. Guys, stop it. If you're doing this, Alex is just he's the first card to fall. OC Millionaire was just an SEC litigation. There was no criminal charges from what I, off the top of my head, could remember. But, there are going to be more. They're going to be looking through all of Alex's records, who he had contact with, phone records, who he exchanged messages with. And, we're going to be hearing more. It's an ongoing investigation. So, he's not the first to go down, and there will be more to go down. And if you're involved in that type of stuff, stop it now. I know it's probably not too late. It's probably already too late. Eventually, you're going to get a subpoena or a knock on the door. But, it's this stuff needs to stop. It's harming investor confidence. People are, they're losing money. And, when people lose money, I'm never touching a penny stock again. I'm never touching an OTC stock again. And, that's one of the worst things for the OTC markets. We want people to be coming in. We want people to be making money. We want transparency. We want accountability, because this is what creates, a strong market, and, we all make money together. Just yesterday, on the OTC market, there was 1,964 advancers, but there was 2,826 decliners on $2.2 billion in dollar volume. People are, upset. They're taking losses. They're bailing at the lows, and I'm not a financial advisor. If you want to just get out, that's your decision. You have to decide what's best for yourself mentally and your own investment strategy. But seasonality, November, December, January, February, these are the best times of the year. This is when, the OTC starts running. Last year was epic. And, it really started in November with TSNP, ENZC. All those stocks got hot last year. You go back. This is November. Humble. This was the run. It ran to all the way to almost $8, on a split adjusted basis. I mean, imagine if he would have kept those millions of shares. It just, shocks me that, he went to such lengths to make what was a relatively small amount of money when he could have really made huge money. $3 million after taxes, over 30% in taxes. So, he's net $2 million. That's not a lot of money this day and age. If you look at what it's going to cost you to put your kids through college in 30 years, inflation's coming. It was just really, small-minded thinking, in terms of scalping and what he was doing. But, it is what it is. Guys, it's a very unfortunate occurrence. We're sad for everyone involved, not, Alex and his family, but, everyone that, bought in and got, as a bag holder. Most of those are the people that we feel the most because, he deceived them. So, if you're in that boat, all we can say is, use it as a learning experience. Sometimes one of the worst things that could happen to someone is, making a score right out of the gate, and then you think it's easy, and, then you're mortgaging your house, or you get an inheritance, and all of a sudden you're saying, oh, I turned $5,000 into 50. Okay, I just inherited, 200,000. I'm going to take this 200 plus my 50. I got $250,000. I'm going to do the same thing, and you lose it all. So, there's, I'm a firm believer in karma, that what goes around comes around. If you're a good person, we all lose money. Not every play is a winner, but, use it as a learning experience. Learn, your process. We really recommend people to own a basket of penny stocks. Some are going to work, some won't. You'll lose money in some, make money in some, but, all you need is one or two, home runs, like a TSNP, Humble, ALPP, a runner, and, you're set. So, all this trading that he was doing was really stupid in our opinion. It's not what, we recommend to our subscribers, which, again, we're not financial advisors. It's our opinion. But, swing trading, getting in low, not chasing. And then, when the runs come, scale out some, book some profits, lock up your, let's say your initial capital, and then the rest is free. So let it ride. Or you can use a trailing stop, or, learn charting and learn to buy dips, sell rips. I mean, HMBL, TSNP last year was a great, buy dips, sell rips play. It worked every time. So, there was a lot of opportunities last year, and, there's going to be new runners this year. And we just got to be patient right now, and wait for the right opportunities. Here at InsiderFinancial.com, we're still going along as what we've been doing, always been doing. I talked, last week about how to use sector analysis to find hot penny stocks. That's what I'm continuing to do. We have an alert coming at the bell. We released it a few hours ago. It's in the shroom play. It's a psychedelic play. It's a sector that we really like. So, go to signup.insiderfinancial.com to get the ticker symbol, and we put out a full report. So, please read the full report, then, see what we have to say, then go do your own due diligence. It's totally on you what you decide to do. But, we put it out there, and, we totally do a full report and let you know everything that where we stand on it, and we disclose everything in the disclaimer. So, with the way, we want to wish everyone a great trading day. Wish you all the best. Hopefully sentiment turns, and just take it one day at a time. And let's all hope that we come together as a community. We can remove the bad actors, and we can all go back to making money like we did last year. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day. And I'll be coming live to you with new videos soon. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.